Stories are what make us human. Obviously, I mean that figuratively, but also kind of literally, in the deepest and most important meaning of being human. Stories define who we are, who we aspire to be, and oftentimes the parameters within which we are able to dream. Let me ask you, how many stories have you lovingly returned to in the past year? How many have directly caused you to change how you live your life? And this includes TV shows, movies, anime, any kind of story. Now, these are two of several measures that I use personally to value a story. Now, let me clarify. This is not anything about books over any kind of other media. In fact, it's actually the reverse process that I hope happens here. I want us to bring our estimation of anime and visual media in general up to the same level of reverence as that of the great lasting works of literature. So let's pause to think. Let's think about the stories we tell children. This gets to the heart of our values. These stories are an opportunity to teach not only the mechanics of survival, but what the child's emotional and psychological life should be. This is true regardless of what your particular beliefs are. No matter who you are, if you're parenting, you're trying to teach your kids the best things for them to know for the rest of their lives. We all do our best. That's how life works. Given that our parents are human beings themselves, I try to err on the side of forgiveness. And so what we are left with is, one, the stories we choose to tell, and two, the way we interpret the potential lessons therein for the child. These two combine to produce the impact we hope to have on their developed and developing psyches. Thus, stories are what help form the core of who we are and how we interact with our world. And not all stories are created equal. Some stories are told, read, or shown just for entertainment, and that's totally fine. That's great. Others are for teaching some kind of lesson. And to me, the best stories are those that succeed at both at the same time. In the end, even among these stories, there will be some that provide lasting and compounding value for people at different phases in their lives. These are the stories that speak to our souls. And we'll talk more about what stories mean to me, but I hope you'll be excited to work through some of these stories with us. It's a bit late, but here's our introduction. I'm ShuKong, and that's Shu for short. And as we go along, you'll meet some of my friends. So first, just a little bit about myself. I'm originally from a big city in the United States of America. I experienced some challenging situations growing up, and they forced me to realize that I had been mistaken about how I viewed the world. And I guess lastly, I have been into two things for as far back as I can remember, philosophy and anime. And honestly, I'm not sure there's really a distinction between the two that's worthy of mentioning in my mind. We'll get back to that another time. Okay. 哲学者王になる男として and so translation, as the man who will become philosopher king. And this is partly a reference to my single favorite anime, One Piece. But stories are the battleground I choose in which to grow, develop, and display my prowess. This means being honest at all times, and from several perspectives at once. Anime is my love, but it has aspects that are problematic as all hell. Not the least of which are misogyny, the sexualization of young girls, and myriad problems of representation. I hope you'll let me know whenever you feel that dishonesty is present in my analyses of anime. Anyway, now the friends. So you'll meet the first friend in my next video, and just about them, they're gonna be little animated characters based either on specific people I know or on an amalgamation of different people's characteristics. I may or may not reveal info on which humans inspired which friends, but if it happens, it will only be with their consent. And so the reasoning, part of the reasoning for the friends, I guess, is I find that I often naturally become my true self around certain types of people. And interacting with friends gives me a chance to show you flashes of my true self. There's a Japanese word for that true self concept. It's called honne. And all right, yeah, we'll get to that more. The next video will be in 1 week. It's going to be the 2022 anime that I'm looking forward to. And after that, there will be weekly 10-minute videos analyzing anime. Eventually, I'm hoping to do some more long format content, doing some deep dives into particular concepts that anime bring up. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And thank you so much for watching this. Let me know what you think in whatever form is comfortable for you. And just ideally for me, the comment section here or on Instagram. My Instagram is @ShuKong_friends. And likes, dislikes, and subscribes are all helpful as well. Peace.